Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Pinch. I'm Chris, and today we're talking about Wilson's Sharrow, Tom Buck. I was looking back through my archives and realized that last time I put up a nasal snuff review was, I think, spring of last year when I recorded the McChrystal's ONG review. I missed doing snuff reviews. They were fun, so I think I'm going to start doing them again. For any guys who might be new to this channel, welcome. I hope you like my style. If you guys are coming back as old fans of this channel, welcome back. If we haven't chatted in a while, drop me a line down in the comment section or drop me an email. A lot of you guys I didn't do a great job of keeping up with. So there will be a channel review or a channel there will be a channel update at the end of this video. So if you're interested, stick around the end of the video, or if you are interested in that but not a review of Tom Buck, skip ahead to, I'm going to guess, probably the last 2-3 minutes of the video. I don't know. But on the topic, Tom Buck. So for the Bergamo fans out there, and I guess I'll dedicate this video to Alex, Snuff Anybody McFeeble. This is Alex's favorite snuff. Tom Buck, Queen's Extra Strong. If you're new to the community, you might not know the controversy. If you're not new to the community, you definitely do. There are two Wilsons of Sharrow super high bergamot snuffs. There's Tom Buck and there's Queen's Extra Strong. Some people say that they're different, which is interesting because Wilsons of Sharrow themselves say that they're actually the same thing. It's a marketing thing, I guess. Tom Buck was marketed in the north of England, where there were more macho or masculine jobs at the time, you know, and of course we're talking probably about 100 years back, maybe longer. More macho jobs up north, they marketed as Tom Buck, and in the south, they went with the dainty Queen's Extra Strong. In either case, Wilsons of Sharrow themselves basically describe it as Wilsons of Sharrow Best SP with more bergamot. If you guys aren't familiar with the tins, they're tricky to open but not impossible. I tap the top and then I kind of, you can't see what I'm doing, but kind of tap around the edges, one straight down, weasel the edges, and poof, it opens. So let's talk about the snuff. As with pretty much all Wilsons of Sharrow, you got about a medium brown, medium defined grind, medium moisture. It looks dry, but it's actually quite oily when you pick it up. That's the stuff. Let's see, that's pretty much the typical color and grind and moisture content of probably 90% of Wilsons of Sharrow snuffs. The only exceptions I can actually think of right now would be the darks or the toasts. Everything else looks like this. The smell out of the tin. Alright, so the tobacco geek in me, the first thing that I noticed with all Wilsons of Sharrow snuffs is the base tobacco, and I like it a lot. It kind of has the same biscuity quality as McChrystal's, though not as much. Doughy, and there's like a musty basement smell to it, or like an old house smell to it, which is not a knock. I love it. I will take Wilsons of Sharrow snuffs in flavors I'm not in the mood for, because I know that eventually I'm going to get that base tobacco. It's brilliant. As far as the bergamot, I mean, it's definitely there, but in the 10 cent, to me, the bergamot in this is no stronger than in Wilsons of Sharrow Best SP. You know, you can smell it, but it's not even as strong as if you had, some Earl Grey tea in front of you. But the real test is the pinch. Soup. Pinch there, closest to enough before I spill it, and pray for this slide that I don't kill it. Alright, so alright, so first of all, really easy to pinch. The texture of it in your fingers makes it feel like it's not going to be super easy to pinch, and excuse me, some Wilsons of Sharrow snuffs are actually a little on the drier side and tend to fly to the back of your throat. But this, it goes right up in there, just lays right up in there. And the first thing I get, is a lot of bergamot. In the out of the tin scent, it smelled like best SP. It doesn't smell like anything especially strong, but once it goes in your nose, it's just bergamot, and everything opens up. And I'm pretty sure I've said it in videos in the past, and I know that Paul said it on his channel, and in conversations we've had, that bergamot opens your nasal passages. I'm hesitant to say better, but as well as menthols will, without having the eventual rebound effect that some people experience. I don't, but I know that a lot of people do experience rebound with menthols. The nature of Wilson's is Sharrow bergamot, because every company who does a bergamot or an SP, whatever that is, their bergamot's a little different. Some of them it's like a bitter, rindy bergamot, which makes sense because bergamot comes from the rind. Some of them is real, like, bright and citrusy, almost bordering on fruity. And then Wilson's is Sharrow kind of strikes this middle chord with their bergamot combined with their base tobacco almost smells floral to me. And it's not. And I know that Gold Label, sorry, I'm looking at my, I know that Tom Buck doesn't have any floral in it, but the combination of bergamot and their base tobacco always like combines in my head as being floral. I like it. It's medium nicotine, maybe at most. I'm not a great gauge for nicotine. It doesn't like knock me out, but it's not nothing either. I'll put it in the medium. That's really all there is to say about this snuff. It's not a complex snuff by any means. It's bright, refreshing. It'll open the nose up. It'll satisfy nicotine craving, but it's not gonna knock you out of your seat with nicotine. Just a real straightforward, simple, intense, enjoyable, easy all-day snuff, especially if you're a big bergamot fan. And that's really it. That might be my shortest review yet. Wilson's is Sharrow, Tom Buck. I will be recording as soon as my nose clears out this afternoon a review of Wilson's is Sharrow Gold Label, which is another Wilson's is Sharrow SP. Wilson's is Sharrow Bergamot. I'm not getting in that fight. Yeah, no, that's about all there is for that. So, channel update. A lot of time went by. Did snus reviews, did OSP, and while I was doing OSP, I didn't feel right doing nasal snuff reviews on integrity grounds. How could I be selling snuff while and reviewing other people's snuff? If I have anything negative to say, I don't know. The whole thing just kind of felt icky to me, so I didn't. And then took a long, just in general, social media break, which for the most part I still am. I'm not very active on Facebook anymore. I'm not active at all on my Instagram anymore. But a lot of time went by. I've decided I kind of want to just slip back into the routine of doing nasal snuff reviews. I've dramatically decreased my tobacco intake because of health issues that were coming up. I'm epileptic, and a lot of you guys who've been with me for a while know that I'm epileptic and suffer simple partial seizures, and have been suffering grand mal seizures until I'm on medication. I've been looking at my health again, and various reasons that my simple partial seizures could be getting more and more frequent and intense when they do happen, and one of the conclusions I arrived to is that I'm drinking too much caffeine and using too much nicotine. That's just for me. That's not a PSA on nicotine or anything. Just for me, I wanted to lower my blood pressure because the epilepsy thing is kind of starting to scare me. But because I've been significantly reducing my nicotine, I guess the shell shock's gone away. If you use any tobacco product for long enough, you don't pick up the finer things anymore. It's more routine and less enjoyment of something. And that's not everybody, but a lot of us have. I've talked to other people who experience the same thing, and it's like shell shock. After a while, you kind of start losing your appreciation for something because it's become more routine. That had happened with snuff and snus and cigars and pipes and everything. So now when I do use tobacco, I'm enjoying it quite a bit more, which is another reason I thought it'd be a good time to jump back into reviews. As far as what I have planned so far on the board for the fall and winter, I'm doing the Tom Buck one now. I'm going to do a gold label review. I'm going to do, by request from a long time ago, a McChrystal's Violet review. I have the entire Rosinski line to review. Martin Blumen's been trying to give Rosinski a big shout out on nasal snuff takers, and yeah, I definitely want to back that one up because Renee's got something really special going on out there in Frankfurt. I also just put in an order for a bunch of snuffs that either I have had before but didn't review, or I've never had before, and I can try and review for you guys. All of general colder season nature, at least for me. The dark, spicy, smoky, cozy snuffs, and then a couple more exotic ones that I just kind of want to get up on the board. So yeah, that's about it. As of right now, I'm not smoking at all, so there probably won't be any pipe or cigar reviews coming up anytime soon, but eventually probably get back into those. I don't know. I don't want to hold myself to a commitment. But definitely nasal snuff reviews. Now after the OSP experience that I know that the feds are watching, I'll probably put out a political opinion video on tobacco laws and how not just the U.S. but the entire Western world is kind of slowly losing its collective freedom. So that'll be a thing I probably end up doing. So yeah, get a hold of me, boxandpipe@gmail.com if you have any questions or comments. Sorry if I seem foggy. I haven't done a video in a while, so this actually feels kind of awkward again. So that'll go away over time. That's about it, guys. Drop me a comment, drop me a line. Do whatever you do. Have a good, safe weekend, guys. Hopefully I get this up tonight. God bless, and salute.